Okay. I'm gonna be talking about what my personal qualms are with Roblox ladders. Um, Again, I have no hate to ladders. I just think they're very limited and deserve an upgrade. Um, First off, I want to say like I think my mounting claim was wrong. I think mounting is perfectly fine as it is right now. I love how sticky they are. I just haven't played the game in a while, and I guess I didn't really experiment with ladders before making the ladder movement. But my 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 overall claims still stand, right? Like the mounting is fine. I can see creative maps being made with the mounting properties and how sticky they are. But my biggest problems are that ladders are very primitive when it comes to tech. Like people say that you can ladder boost, but I don't think ladder boosting is a tech of ladders. Ladder boosting is just a way to get back into strafing. Um, like it is more of a strafe tech than a ladder tech, right? Like it's the proper way to gain as many units as possible and go back into strafing. But like what I want is a proper way to dismount off of a ladder without pressing space. Like that's what a ladder tech is, right? Like I want to be able to come off this ladder and hit this platform, which is possible. Like I think it's possible, at least with this service, right? But maybe there we go. Like it's possible, but like why wouldn't I just come up here and press space, right? Like why wouldn't I do that? I gain 40 units and I do that. But like I want harder skill or like a harder skill ceiling. Like what if I want something like this, right? Where the ladder is on the same height as this platform and I want to strafe to this. Like that would be a completely different mechanic that we don't have in rbhop that I just can't use in any of my skill maps. Or any maps that I want harder difficulty for. Like, okay, this is how they do it. They go up here and then start strafing. But like, I don't want that. I want them to come off the ladder. That is my premise. Like, I want a tech where the player can come up here and come up here. But the hardest stretch you can do is like probably something like this, where it's unironically just like the length or width or whatever. You could barely make this. I mean, you can maybe stretch this out, but like, I don't want to make something impossible. I want to make something where it's hard but possible if you learn the tech, right? And like this is just annoying. Like there's no fun in this, right? Because like you're barely making the max that's already offered, and you see this in CSS a lot as well. Like you have a ladder and a platform to the right or left, and you want to mount it properly and come off to the right and be able to get onto it. Like this right here is possible, but like it's just annoying. Like I'm gaining one or two studs of height, and I have to time it perfectly. And as you see, like as I was trying, like I have these ladder bugs. Like as a builder, I can maybe fix this, like make the ladder wider, but like I can't fix if I want something like this, right? Because like I need my player to come off to the side and or like edge off the ladder. Like that's my goal, right? Like I want to tech off the ladder. This right here is just like increments of one stud height. Why am I only getting two studs, maybe three studs max if you push it? Like I should be able to clear this right here almost easily, like very very easily. In CSS, like this jump would be very very possible. I think I made three here actually. Yeah, that's one. That's two. Yeah, I made three. Three studs is like the max that you can push, right? And like I want more. I just want more. Like, and again, one big thing is like you can strafe off of a ladder, but like you can't do anything with that strafe. Like, I'm strafing, but like what am I doing with this? Like, what am I accomplishing? I need to be gaining more vertical height, and I need to be able to use that vertical height in order to do something skillful with it, right? Like I honestly think that if you added the vertical height difference to the ladders, it would fix a lot of my complaints. And um, I think I'm not exactly sure, but I think the amount of height I gain from climbing a ladder is exactly the same whether or not I fast climb or not. Like there's no difference um, in how much height I'm gaining. It's just like the directional keys that is what's making me allowed to make this jump, right? Because I think if I put it right against this ladder, I'd be able to make the exact same height difference. Maybe I'm wrong on that, like, but it's so minimally like it's so minimal to the point, or marginal to the point where like I can't notice a difference between me climbing up a ladder like this or climbing up a ladder with just one key, right? Like I understand that I get from the bottom to the top faster by fast climbing like this, holding two keys, but like I gain the same amount of height when I dismount it at the very top. Again, no shame towards ladders as they are right now. I just want to see an improvement, and I definitely think if like we have more vertical height from ladders, like it'll fix a lot of my problems. I'm gonna hop into some CSS and show you how I perceive the ladders to be different and how they are different, and a lot more tech that CSS offers that Roblox doesn't, that I would love to see in Roblox. This is my problem with Roblox. In Roblox, this jump is possible, but the only way this is possible is by ladder boosting at the very, very top, right? You press space at the very top and it sends you over to this platform. Or you climb on top of this ladder and you use the very edge of the ladder to jump over. And that's what the world record does for literally all of these ladders. Like for the majority of the ladders except the middle one, every ladder he's just stopping on top of the ladder and coming over. Like, what skill is there in Roblox, right? Like, there's no ladder tech. Like the world record is purposely losing time because the ladders are either inconsistent or it's just easier to use the ladders in that manner. But I don't want it to be so primitive, right? Like in Source, the way you do this is depending on how you climb this ladder. Your height is very dependent on how you climb the ladder, right? Like I'm gaining quite a bit of height, but if I fast climb, like I gain even more height, right? Let me show keys. Just so like you can see, I'm fast climbing. I'm gaining so much height, and I can actually use that height to strafe wherever I want, right? Like, boom, easy, right? Like I can't do this in Roblox. Unironically, I cannot do this no matter how hard I try, except with that very small example of like it being right next to the ladder, and like this being possible. But like this just isn't possible in Roblox. And this is the same thing, right? Like I have a ladder that's to the left. Like I could do the exact same thing I did on this ladder, but I can't do like boom, right? Like I'm just facing forward, holding left, and I'm able to clear that entire distance. That's like the ladder tech, right? Like, and it depends on how I'm looking or whatever. There's obviously a skill to it, or I could just do what I've been doing and just strafe to it, right? But you can't do that in Roblox. This right here as well, same issue. Like I can go like this and strafe it, right? Like I'm strafing in while on the ladder, or mounting it in a way, or dismounting it like near the edge, to the point where I'm able to strafe off of it. Like this is ladder tech. Ladder tech isn't jumping off and gaining speed. Like I can do that in Source as well, but it's obviously a little bit different, and not as powerful. But like this kind of tech would be fantastic to have in Roblox. Same thing with this, right? Like it's unironically the same concept, but just in a different direction, right? So like, I'm not necessarily saying that Roblox needs to adapt these sort of ladders. All I'm saying is that Roblox needs to upgrade their ladders, or rbhop does, right? Like, the Roblox tech is just a ladder boost, and in my opinion, that's very strafe centric. I want to increase the skill ceiling for accuracy players or movement players, where I could use ladders to push the boundaries of a harder level, like making a jump that usually isn't possible, or going on to something different, right? But I don't want to just live with a ladder boost where it just makes me have 40 units of speed and goes into a strafe. Like that's just not what I think a ladder should be. Possibly just by adding some vertical height from leaving the ladder would possibly fix a lot of the issues that I have right now. But yeah, that's just my message to Quad. Ladder Movement 2024.